In a world where machines are learning faster than ever, where AI writes novels, paints masterpieces, and diagnoses diseases, one question has become inescapable. What can humans still do that machines cannot? This is not just a curiosity, it is the defining question of our age. A question for every artist, every teacher, every parent, every dreamer. Because the machines are here, they are not coming, they have arrived. And as they get smarter, faster, and cheaper, the foundation beneath us begins to shake. The jobs we thought were safe, the identities we built our lives around are dissolving like digital sand. But in that crumbling noise, there is a signal, a whisper. Not everything can be automated because while AI is powerful, it is not human. And in that gap between calculation and compassion, between instinct and insight, lies our irreplaceable worth. Let me take you there. Close your eyes and imagine a preschool classroom, the chaos of creation, little hands building towers, a disagreement, a tear, a tiny voice says, "He took my block." An AI can detect faces, it can analyze sentiment, but it cannot kneel down, it cannot hug, it cannot understand the raw tangle of toddler grief. A human teacher doesn't just manage behavior, they mold hearts. They are the architects of empathy. Now walk with me into a hospital. A woman lies still, monitors beeping in steady rhythm. The diagnosis is terminal, but she is not alone. A nurse sits beside her. No words, just presence. A hand on hand, a moment shared. AI can recommend treatments. It can monitor vitals, but it cannot mourn with you. It cannot stay past its shift because it knows what this means to you. Care is not a protocol. It is a promise. Let us step into a courtroom. The defense attorney rises. They speak, yes, but more than that, they reach. They weave story, memory, and outrage. They tap into the juror's conscience, not just their cognition. AI can construct logic, but it cannot carry conviction. It does not know the weight of injustice. It cannot feel the shiver that comes from defending the helpless. Now look to the places of worship, the temples, the mosques, the churches, the circles around a fire. Here, people come not for data, but for meaning. And I can recite sacred texts, but it cannot walk with you through grief. It cannot see the divine in your doubt. It cannot forgive or cry or believe. Spirituality is not just information, it is transformation. Let us go to a startup's war room. The whiteboard is covered in scribbles, charts, deadlines, market projections. But in the center, a woman stares out the window. She doesn't speak, she feels. And in a flash, she pivots the entire company. A hunch, a gut call, a whisper from the future. That moment, it isn't logical, it is visionary. AI calculates risk. Humans take it. Leadership isn't just execution, it is imagination under fire. Now come into the studio. An old man sits with a guitar. The strings are worn. His voice is cracked. But as he plays, generations weep. Not because the melody is perfect, but because it is real. I can compose, but it cannot ache. It cannot channel years of regret into 3 minutes of redemption. Art is not just output, it is offering. We move now to the comedy club. A spotlight, a mic, and a woman on stage. She starts slow, observations, tension, then a punchline. The room erupts. Comedy is timing, but it's also courage to say what others won't, to reveal what others hide. It can deliver a joke, but it cannot read the room. It cannot bomb and come back. It cannot stand on the wire of vulnerability. And what of chaos? A car crash, a burning building, sirens wail, a firefighter races in, not because it makes sense, but because someone might be alive. There is no algorithm for valor. There is only the split-second decision to sacrifice. That cannot be coded. Neither can the soft power of a mediator in a boardroom of billion-dollar egos, in a home torn by words. They enter with presence. They lower the heat. They hold space. They heal. AI does not heal. It does not hold. It does not hope. And in this world, hope is everything. Yes, AI is rewriting the map, but the compass, that is still ours, because there are things that do not compute. Raising a child, loving someone who is dying, starting over after loss, forgiving someone who never said sorry. These are not equations, they are moments, they are choices. They are what make us human. If you want to survive the age of AI, don't just learn to compete, learn to connect. Because connection cannot be downloaded, presence cannot be cloned, meaning cannot be manufactured, and the jobs AI cannot replace are not just safe, they are sacred. So if you are a teacher, teach. If you are a nurse, nurture. If you are an artist, bleed. If you are a leader, listen. If you are alive, love. Because in the end, when the lights flicker and the code runs silent, it is not the machine they will remember. It is the one who sat beside them, the one who cared, the one who stayed. And that, dear human, is your job forever. That is the work no AI can do. That is the revolution. At